Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. It's Friday and I've decided I'm going to go back and play some Magic. I haven't played for a little while. Friday of course means it's F&M. We have some historic Artisan to come back to a little bit later. But first I want to start off with the latest set that's been released back on here. Kaladesh Remastered. It has been a long time since I've drafted Kaladesh, so this should be interesting. Interesting card pool between the two. There are some definite omissions, but you still have really powerful cards. Scrap Heap, Scrounger, Fatal Push, Aetherworks Marvel is even around. Chandra Torch is real good. It'll be interesting. No Felidar Guardian, of course, which makes that a little bit less scary of randomly dying. Also, no Looter Scooter. Smuggler's Copter is conspicuously absent, which makes me really sad because that's such a fun card. But it is a little bit overpowered, just a little bit. Banned in multiple formats over the course of its time. It's the best vehicle to ever be made, and they kind of, they went strong, they started strong, and then they decided, nah, we're going to pull back. And vehicles have not been the same since. But there's big, fun, splashy spells. Artifact set, of course. So let's get into it, see how it goes. As I said, haven't been streaming MTG Arena for quite some time. Haven't actually played it much recently either. So this will be fun. Get back into it. Currently doing a long play of Last of Us Part 2. Waiting for Cyberpunk to get actually released. So Last of Us kind of holding us over until then. I'm going to be thinking about switching over my time frame for when I'm doing Magic to try and get Magic streams a little bit more let's just say regular, to say the least, because it's been like 3 weeks since I've streamed Magic, and that's too long. I'm not going to be doing it the 3 times a week like I was initially, just because that gets a little bit stale with their current release schedule and what's to offer on Arena. That, and as I'm sure a lot of people have seen recently with MTG Goldfish, Saffron Olive put out a very lengthy article about just how darned expensive this client is, and I don't disagree with him in the slightest. This client is entirely too expensive for being free to play if you actually want to play and compete. Yeah, probably just gonna be a nice, succinct, about 2-hour stream today or so. There is a very important football game going on this afternoon. Oregon Ducks, Oregon Beavers. It's what they used to call the Civil War. Now, just the Beavers and the Ducks. We go Ducks, go Ducks. So yeah, that'll be this afternoon. Ooh, we're going to start off with a bomb here. We got a big old flyer. So, it's weird. Kaladesh Remastered, like, Kaladesh was a very good set, very strong set overall. But in comparison to what they've released since, it's not anywhere near as good. So, like, Tiger, really, really good if you're going on that energy route. Metallic Rebuke's okay for a decent counterspell. Aerial Responder's really good, so aggro is very good in this. That is something to keep in mind. I tend to like to go either red-white or red-blue, kind of base red. But we're just going to jam the free jam region. Okay. Motorist is super, super solid. But let's see what else we have here. Implements I kind of like to run as a one of. Infiltrator's okay. So Motorist is definitely better if you get a lot of vehicles. Red-white vehicles is a good deck. Daring Demolition is fine. I'm not huge on black. Green I only like if I get super, super into the energy payoffs. That sometimes just overruns, but it doesn't give trample, so it's not as good. I think I'm going to take the Motorist. Oh, okay. Yeah. Peace Walker, sure. Rogue Refiner, one of the good energy payoffs. Spire Set Infiltrator, if we can get a couple of these, that is kind of the plan. Because these tapping every turn, or twice a turn if you have the mobile Bastions, really good. But we're going to take the Peace Walker just because it's big. It's big, it crews, it does everything. Ooh. So now we kind of decide, do we want to splash for a Cloud Blazer? Because that's actually really good. Destroy target artifact is fine in this set. Somebody else is cutting some of the red, so we have to keep that in mind. I think the workshop assistant is actually going to be okay, but the Cloud Blazer is just more powerful. Let's just take it and stay open. Planar Bridge. I mean, we're never going to get to that kind of mana, but it's a fun card. So here's what I was talking about. Spireside Infiltrator and Mobile Garrison. These two cards with each other are real good. Real good. So in this instance, we're going to pass up on that Planar Bridge. We're going to take one of these two. Seeing what we have already, I think we're actually going to go for the vehicle. So we've seen at least one more of these. We'll see more of both of these in the draft. Dawn Feather is fine, but we're going to take the Garrison. Leaves us a little bit more open too. Improvise and Menace is just fine there. Otherwise, nothing too crazy. Infiltrators are okay, but I'd rather have the 3/3. Cog Workers is fine. There's our Infiltrator. I think we want the Infiltrator to start on that. So if we can get multiple Mobile Garrisons and Infiltrators, we can just start pinging down. Really bad board wipe. Impeccable Timing is okay. You don't usually want more than one of those. Universal Solvent, same. It's okay. Usually don't want more than one. I think we're going to take the early removal. None of these are so hot. The Stomper is just huge. It's not really going to do anything for us, though. It doesn't have Trample or anything like that, so not so happy with that. We'll go ahead and take that dude. Take the Implement just in case. So we might end up splashing blue. Cloud Blazer I think is worth it. Implement goes toward our artifact count, and if we have a little bit of blue, that's fine. There is fixing outside of green in this set, so if you can find it, it's generally pretty good. There's the one vehicle that just acts as a mana rock also, that then just cruise into a 5/5 if you can get that, but that is a rare, so you got to be a little bit lucky. So far though, I mean, we have a big finisher here. Something that gets real large. It's out of Skyship range too for when the Skyship comes in. You have to be worried about the flagship. It's a real card. It exists. It will kill you fast. Hunt the Meek is okay there, but not in the colors we're playing, so I'm not going to worry about it. Dawn Feather is something that we might play, possibly. Only ever play one of them. Okay, Rishkar is no good for us. Eddie Tailhawk is pretty darn good, which I think that's what we're going to take. Unlicensed Disintegration is real good, but we're not playing those colors. This guy's a little bit expensive. He'll probably come back around. I think we're just going to take this Hawk. Oh, and there's another one too. Okay. Gearsmith, that's also possibly... Okay. Chandra's is just fine as far as removal goes, so I think we're going to end up taking that. We could go with the Giant. It's not terrible. Our earliest drops are 3 drops though so far with artifacts. Now we're going to take the Chandra's. Another Demolition, which is really good too. Hungry Flames is okay. We're not getting the nice cheap vehicles. Yeah, I think we'll go with the Hungry Flames. It's okay removal, but only okay, if I'm being honest. Weldfast Monitor is pretty good. We already have 1A Tailhawk. Do we need a second? There's a second one that might come around. P-Foul is really good if we're playing blue, but we're not really playing blue at this moment. Not really the Gremlins. It's like a solvent. It's a good answer to a lot of random problems. Another brawler or another revolution. The tap target land part really doesn't usually matter, but 4 will kill a lot of different things. So now here we have a puzzle knot's okay. This is just better though. It's basically, you know, we're looking at another pacifism type effect. Can hit vehicles though, which is really nice. Or, I mean, can make it so you can't crew vehicles. That's what I meant. Either way, it screws up the vehicle plan. Built to last is fine. Everyone loves a little indestructible. Yeah, Gremlin's fine. It kills something. Man, I'm surprised we haven't seen any more infiltrators or garrisons. If we see them, we'll pretty much snap take them. Unless there's something just absolutely better. Hijack might be playable, just depends. In best of 1, I like it a little bit better than playing it in best of 3. Because you're almost guaranteed to have a target. Let's see what we get here. Oh, Brawl's expertise is really good, but wrong colors. Okay, fabrication module could be okay for the long term. I think we actually want the sky skiff though. Yeah. Because this and the veteran motorist and a couple of other things we're working with becomes a lot better. Really sad I haven't seen either of the trains. I need to check to see if they're even in this draft. Because they were in original Kaladesh, they were some of the best vehicles you can get by far. Okay. Scraper Champion. Could be okay. So we're going to be getting some good stuff coming back around. Or at least good playable stuff. I think we want another Spire Side. Just because that's guaranteed damage. Disallow is real good, but we can't really take it right now. Ooh, Toolcraft. We can get aggressive. Toolcraft or Aerial Responder. Responder is real good, but I think we're going to take Toolcraft just because it's early. Another Motorist, sure. Oh, there's another mobile garrison. Hopefully we can get that garrison. That would be very good. So deck is turning out pretty aggressive. We are kind of a little bit flooded at the 3-drop. Good Fireweavers. Big fan of Fireweaver. So this card, if you can get like 3 or 4 of it and just draft an artifact deck, it's crazy. Vehicles are great in this set. Might as well bring up the old overlay so I can see what people are saying. Why are the Flames hungry? I don't know, Angel Pie. They're always just hungry. That's just how it goes. Mormon. Counters. Fortunately, we don't have much in the way of counters right now, but, you know, we'll take it just for the hell of it. Not much bear going on there. Revolt triggers, I don't think we're going to have happen very often, unfortunately. Go for another brawler. Yeah, screw it. It's 2-2 for 2. We're not going to be too greedy at this point. Yeah, there are certain vehicles in this set that, especially in draft, are limited just take over on their own. Angel Pie, you always play Revoke Privilege on me. I don't know what you're even talking about. It's like all that ever happens. Alright, let's build this POS deck and see what happens. I think it'll be okay. Pretty aggressive, which is where you want to be generally. The one deck we worry about running into is the large creatures green deck, but a lot of people don't play that too heavily. And we're definitely not going to be in our blue stuff. The Gremlin, I'll think about. The Gremlins are very ruinous. Yeah, I don't think that's playable, unfortunately. So we're currently looking at 43 cards. Let's throw in this hijack and just kind of cut down from there. So bird is way too slow. And cut a land here. One more card, we'll do the normal 41 card special. And I don't think we're gonna get enough energy to really make that do its thing. Sweet. How long did it take you to put that thing together? And you got, I'm trying to remember, you got the Secret Lab Titan, right? 25 minutes, that's not too bad. And how comfortable is it so far? That's what I want to know. Oh man, we need red mana. This hand is not great, but you know, we'll roll with it. Worth every penny? Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Those things are a pretty penny. As we were talking about the other day, oh, Veteran Mutters. Okay, he's doing the exact same thing I'm doing. As we were talking the other day, you know, a good chair starts at like 500 and goes up, unfortunately. And you start looking at like the Eames chairs, and you're like, oh, why is this thing like 1,200 bucks? What's going on here? There's no way I can afford this. Yeah, that IKEA experience is real, man. It's real. Or Herman Miller chairs, that's what I'm thinking of. Not Eames. Man, they're drafting what I was drafting. Probably gonna hold off and not sacrifice this motor, would be my guess. That is smart. Ah, and what I did is not smart. That's gonna be a 4/5. We're paying attention today. Or because my opponent apparently didn't realize something there? I don't know. I'm very confused by what just happened. Maybe they're rewarding my play mistakes? I don't know. As you can see, we're up in all of gold right now because I haven't played for a while. So we may not be against the best opponents. Who knows? May make some questionable maneuvers. Maybe he thought because the mobile garrison didn't have haste that it couldn't block that turn? I don't know. I got no clue. Oh, come on. Where's our red man at? How was everyone's Thanksgivings? Did everyone eat way too much food? I know I did. There was entirely too much food consumed, and I was asleep by like 5:30, 6 o'clock last night. Had a real hard time waking up. Yeah, this one's looking like a losing battle, so we're just gonna go ahead and do the old GG there. Hey, it's not my fault. I drugged myself with turkey. I mean, sometimes the tryptophan just takes over and you're just gone. Tryptophan, sugar, you know. It's the combo. It's the combo. I didn't even have pie last night. I like woke up at one point, went to the bathroom, thought about getting a slice of pie, and then decided, no, I'm just gonna go back to sleep. Alright, hopefully a little bit less disastrous of a start here. I'll actually keep... Okay, we're keeping hand we can play. Sounds good. So the secret is, you go 0-2, and then you go, 6-7 wins the rest of the way. It's fine. Alrighty. We'll be mana efficient. I will gladly scry one. Yeah, it's not a land, but it's really good. So we're just gonna keep it. So he wants to play the race game. We're gonna do that. And we're gonna be slightly ahead in the long run. Ooh, rebuff. Okay. That's fine. And I remember when everyone saw this card and thought it was going to be really good. They're like, oh, it's the best counterspell since Mana Leak. It's like, nah, it didn't end up being played really much at all. It's more of a tempo card than anything else. The non-artifact clause was just too much. Okay, so... Fortunately, that kind of limits our options a bit. We have to hold that back. Need to revoke. That's vaguely annoying. Okay, so we need to draw exactly a red mana. If we draw a red mana, we can do something. Still not enough, though. Did I realize I had 2 built to last? Interesting. Well. As I said, we're going to start with an 0-2 start, and then we're just going to run it off. Wow, your feet are all the way off the ground at max height. That's kind of crazy. That is a big chair, then. That is a very big chair. Yeah, I found the main limitation of my chair, I couldn't have it too high simply because it runs into my desk if I do that. Whereas I have it down just a little so the arms of the chair will slide right under it. Alright, the name of the game here is get to 3 mana. Welding Sparks, that's very good removal. Do the thing we can actually be aggressive with. Okay. He has a good number of removal spells here, so we'll just unfortunately let that happen. Keep my red mana tapped down, so even if I were to draw the free jam regent, I can't play it, or draw the mountain for it. Such as life. That's only when ETBs that we have to worry about that, so I think we're going to go on the offensive. Question is, do I crew into that, or do I crew into... Yeah, no, we still crew into this. Because then we can turn this into a thing later. With the ability from the Peace Walker that I never use. Yeah, if we can get another red mana this next turn, it's pretty much over. Yeah, it's so weird coming back to Kaladesh because, as I said, at the time, oh, he's killing there. Okay. At the time, the set felt very, very broken. It was an artifact set. Traditionally, artifact sets in Magic are kind of broken. You know, look at Scars, look at Urza's, look at Mirrodin. They tend to have lots of busted cards. Ironically, half the cards that were in the set weren't broken because they were artifacts. They were broken for other reasons. But going back to this draft, like, it feels so overwhelming, so underpowered in comparison to something like, say, Zendikar right now. Which Zendikar is crazy powerful. Do we just jam with that? And then fly over. Alright, comeback started. It's also weird too because looking like decks for Historic, there are a couple cards that potentially could be used. And everyone thought like Aetherworks Marvel was going to be a thing for a while, but it's too slow in comparison to what's available already in Historic. You know, like Goblins is basically Aetherworks Marvel, but better in its own way. I mean, true, you're not rolling Eldrazi, but it's faster, it's more consistent. So a lot of the cards in Kaladesh Remastered aren't really even seeing much play. Say Smuggler's Copter or Feldar Guardian was around, that'd be a totally different story. Totally different story, because those cards are just straight up broken. Yeah, there aren't any, if you're looking at just, okay, this hand is perfect. If you're looking at just Kaladesh Remastered, there are no Eldrazi or anything quite big like that. Your biggest things are going to be the Gearhulks. But if you're looking at the Historic format, then you do have actually access to Ulamogs. So you can Aetherworks Marvel into Ulamog, which is kind of what you did back then, but at the same time, as I said, it's not quite as good right now. You almost just want to ramp into Ulamog instead. It's faster. It's more consistent. Just because the ramp is so good. I mean, you have stupid things like Nissa, who shakes the world, that you can get her out turn 4, turn 3 sometimes, and then just Ulamog right after. Like, probably one of the biggest benefits is going to be when we end up seeing... Ooh, what are we going to do here? Cheap energy cards. I mean, the cheap energy cards do exist right now. Yeah, they brought those in. But it's just, as I said, things aren't as good. They just aren't anywhere near as good. Free Jam and Hungry Flames. Yeah, I think we're good with both those. Take the Flames first. Yeah, that was something that was so weird at the time. If you look at cards that were banned from those sets, I mean, basically a Lay of the Land that gave you 2 energy was a card that was banned during that standard. Which is crazy, because Lay of the Land is, like, not a powerful card. Go search for a basic, put it to your hand. Yeah, it's not great, but the 2 free energy, that's all that really mattered. Oh, ouch. That hurts. Yeah, Tuned to Ether was the Lay of the Land card. And then the Woodworker's Puzzle Knots and some of the other stuff, yeah. My personal favorite deck during that time, it wasn't the best Marvel deck, but I love playing Sultai Marvel. Marbling into Demon of Dark Schemes, wiping part of their board, and then getting more mana back was Such a fun thing to do. Or more energy back. I really enjoyed the consistency the black gave you in a... Oh, okay. And that also gave you access to, not only Ulamog, but of course you had Big Baby Emmy too, and Emrakul, as we know. We all know what happened during that standard with Emrakuls stealing each other's turns. So much fun. And also some crazy lines of play. I was also a big fan of Esper during that time, Esper Gearhulk. Kind of more of a tap-out deck, but it was a lot of fun. P-Foul, take a damage, play that. Attack. Man, I feel like I need to just land this big boy. And call it good. And then next turn, hopefully attacks in and we can make the most out of our free jam. So we can get rid of that P-Foul, attack in the air for 8. And then, of course, when Kaladesh first came out, the best deck that not a lot of people were playing at first, but then it started just taking over tournaments. I remember going to one of the first tournaments I played with it, the blue-white vehicles deck. Was so good. It was so good. Smuggler's Copter, Gideon, of course. Thraben Inspectors. Man, Thraben Inspectors card that I miss. It's such an innocuous 1-drop, but it did so much. A 1-2 for 1 that gives you a clue when it comes in. Basically replaced itself, turned on a bunch of the vehicles. It did so many different things. Okay. Stacking all out here. This is a little bit spooky. That can't fly. We're going to block here. And see what happens. Because he could have easily had another pump spell, but that would have only got him to 4. But then if he had followed up with another artifact, that would have been a problem. Okay, we have a hunt. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh. And a Cobra. It's a snack. Okay. GG opponent. Of course, we can't forget about how good the other main piece of that blue-white deck, Reflector Mage. Now that's a card. Oh, that card's annoying. Still play it in EDH. It's so good, especially when you're blanking it. Okay, as I said, we started off 0-2. We're now 2-2, so just, you know, another 5 wins. It's fine. We can run them off. This deck is not the most powerful deck, but it does have some synergies. It's just, it's not going to blow anyone out of the water. It's going to be tight play. Will get us there eventually, maybe. Either that or I'm just going to lose this next one horrible fashion. These things happen. Okie dokie. Yeah, this one's fine. This hand is just fine. Yeah, him killing off my Motorist and Exemplar really hurt that last game. Got 2 for 1. This is yet again, we get 3 mana and we're looking pretty good, but we might not get 3 mana anytime soon. So you got an impeccable timing for me? Yeah, sure. Chose the wrong target. Oh man, he got a Pokedex. Lifecraft with Boostier is so good. It is one of the most solid artifacts you can play if you're playing a creature spell, or a creature deck. Lovingly refer to it as the Pokedex. Let's see, is he making it a 3/3? Probably a 1/1 coming. Yep. Okay, now question is, I think we go Mobile Garrison, follow that up with Peace Walker next turn. And I think I'm going to hold back on the Toolcraft. Yeah, this bestiary is going to be hard to fight through. Just because his card selection is going to be so much better than mine. Oh, and a Bristling Hydra. That is terrifying. How do we ever kill that? I'm not sure. Yep, I'm not sure we ever kill that. Do that, attack with that, and then hope to... Let's start off with this. So we're going to have to respond to him doing the trigger. And hopefully we'll be able to kill it. What do I want to untap? Veteran Motorist it is. Let's see if he blocks this. If he's smart, he just won't block it. No? Okay. Cool. We're killing a Bristling Hydra today. That I didn't think we were going to do. Question is, do we want timing or do we want a flames? I think we want 2 flames because it's more expensive. So that was pretty much the only opening we had to kill that thing. So that worked out very beautifully. Definitely an argument for using the timing there instead, but is what it is. Ooh, Harvester. That is a very good card. Lifelink on that's going to get real annoying real fast. And it pretty much blocks everything. I think we're going to do the same thing we did last turn. Hope he blocks multiple things here. Or blocks with multiple things. Alright, so we have to make a decision. Do we want to kill the Glint Sleeve and keep the Harvester alive? And keep the Bastion alive? Or kill the Harvester? I think I need to get rid of the Harvester, unfortunately. Actually, no. We're gonna try and fight through it. Keep the or the garrison alive. This adds to our count for the toolcraft. If we can get a second motorist up, we can actually kill the harvester, but the second motorist is going to be hard to find. Oh, he's getting frisky. Okay. 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 Given a vigilance. I see. Given a vigilance, gonna gain 6 life. Not bad. Attacking with that was maybe a mistake, though. So we'll tap that to block there. We'll come across with the others. Not great. We're actually just going to hold back for now. So we probably just lose something in the attack, and that's not worth it. Whereas next turn we can start pushing through with the 6-6 or 7-7. We do have to draw something, though, because land is not going to help us. Ah, engineered might. Okay. Let's go for the overrun plan. This is gonna hurt. Yeah, this unfortunately just might kind of do us in. So then he can get us next turn. Okay, so Spire Side, that. We can't attack with enough, though. Yeah, that's game. GG, opponent. Well, we got to run back, get 2 more out of that, but to be expected. Alright, now it's time to go brave the waters of Historic Artisan. It is F&M today. So we'll see what Historic Artisan brings us. Go ahead and open these Kaladesh packs real quick. So yeah, that wasn't the best draft, 2 and 2. Is what it is. A little bit too heavy on the 3 drops. gonna be really cheeky here and just play mono blue for this because, yeah, it's basically all commons and uncommons. And it's basically a real deck. Oh, you have one of the oversized oaths? Nice. Very nice. We had one of those in the store for a little while. You didn't get that one, did you? Okay, this hand is perfect. We have Sailor into Obsession with Denial. Yeah. Well, I wonder if they're also playing it. In which case, I don't want to give them information yet. Ooh, a treasure hunt deck. Oh, the other shop was... Yeah. And I just made a mistake. That's okay. Okay, so this deck just comboing me out is a little bit frightening. That's okay, we're just going to hold up a counterspell. Infestation, so that is what we were going to be countering. So it means we guarantee Sailor, Opt, look for a land. And we're just going to basically hold up to Lofty Denial this zombie infestation. Hopefully we find another counterspell before he gets another one. That is the problem with decks like the Zombie Hunt decks, is if your first thing gets countered or disrupted, you're basically screwed. Because I can guarantee his whole hand was land. Zombie Hunt is cheeky. It's kind of fun. Super budget deck. And it makes sense for Historic Artisan, because it's like, yeah, no, common, uncommon, you're good. This hand's not great, but we got Chart of the Course. And this time I'll actually remember to play a turn 1 creature. Oh, let's see, is this just Zombie Hunt again? Yeah, pretty much. Thanks for coming to my deck tech, indeed. Tempted to chart me some courses. Nah, we're just gonna hold up. Pretend I have counterspells. There we go again. Alright, so this time we don't actually have counterspells, which is a little bit spooky. But my guess is he's probably going to try and... Well, he can treasure hunt directly into it. So I guess we'll opt in response and look for a counterspell, and either we get it or we don't. There we go. Stormcaller can't kill or can't counter the zombie infestation though. Is the problem. Now he proceeds to make 1,000,000 zombies. Loving that squish sound. Thing is, I think I still survive this. I'm not sure how I'm going to push enough damage, but, you know, that's a problem for another time. Yeah, BC's only going to have 10 zombies. I only need to block one of them. So we'll be coming in for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage only, unfortunately. We're going to hold off on the blocker there, just because we're not quite dead yet. Fortunately, he does get a blocker, because he has 2 cards in hand, unless he wants to play something. Essence capture, you do me no good right now. Yeah, we're gonna call that. GG, opponent. Okay, so far so good. 2 for 2 zombie hunt decks and historic artisan. Let's see if that's all that people are playing. If that is, that's a problem. I mean, it makes sense because, like, common and uncommon deck that a lot of people will scoop to on turn 2 or turn 3. But I'm going to have faith that there's somebody playing something else out there. Hopefully. We'll see. See a third opponent lead off on blue mana. Yep. Okay. Excellent. I have another opponent of culture here. Somebody else that knows what's good. Oh, except for they're playing the variant with the blue-white enchantment. Okay. Well, unfortunately, this Brineborn is going to get countered, but you know, we got to draw him out of hand eventually anyway. It's just how this matchup works. Spell Pierce is a really good draw there, so we're going to try and... Correction, we are going to Trickster this Spectral Sailor after it attacks, kill it. If he tries to counterspell, oh yeah, perfect. This is absolutely perfect. If he tries to counterspell, we got the Spell Pierce. So, our opponent is in a world of hurt. In fact, this probably just cost him the game. Yep, he knows. That's just what happens with the tempo matchup. If you get 2 for 1 early, you are screwed. Especially if you end up going all in on your Curious Obsession and you lose it. That's why Spell Pierce is such a good card in those tempo games. Gnarled's Follow. Okay. Currently I have the deck built up kind of... oh no. Oh no. I'm afraid. FedXY. Currently I have the deck built pretty close to what I was playing when I was doing it, the normal historic deck, that I have not played for a long time. It's missing the Octopus, it's missing Brazen Borrowers, but Exclusion Mages came in instead. Chart of Course came in over the Octopus. That's basically the only change. I'm a little bit afraid of what FedEx just delivered. I'm very much afraid. Ooh, this hand could be good, could be bad. My opponent's going first. That's vaguely annoying. I desperately need to draw land, but we have ways of doing that. Ooh, okay, okay. I like what I'm seeing here. Make my opponent think that I'm playing Zombie Hunt and pass. Oh, it has reach. That's not cool. It's not cool at all. I'm even playing gates? What's going on here? So that Arboreal Grazer having reach might actually be the thing that I was not expecting. And actually makes me a little bit afraid. It's okay though, we're gonna chart a course here. Yeah, I don't know what my opponent's playing. Maybe they're playing some like 4 or 5 color mutate thing, or I don't really know, but Arboreal Grazer's kind of spooky. Cast down, that's fine. Oh, wait a sec. Wait a sec. What do we got going on here? Sanctums? Really? Okay, okay. Oh no, Sanctum number 2. That is an important Sanctum, so we're just gonna have to go ahead and do this. And yes, I realize I just screwed up because I didn't play, but that's okay. We're going to Trickster. I should play the Brianborn Cutthroat, but I didn't. So instead, we are going to Obsession, get in, draw card. Hopefully a land? Yes. It's perfect. Leaves us to be able to Sailor into Lofty or Brineborn into that. Explorer we don't really care about. Yeah, I think I'm just going to Brineborn into Spectral. And then next turn, if we draw a land especially, we might just Exclusion Mage. Yeah. Keep on the tempo plan. I doubt my opponent has much in the way of sweepers. Hopefully we draw a land here. Heart of the cards. You did not Yu-Gi-Oh! Please no sweeper. I mean, there aren't a ton available, if we're being honest, but then again, they're playing a deck that might just randomly happen. Oh, they didn't. Okay. My opponent is just dead. I'm gonna bring back yield win-loss here. So what are we now? 3-1? Just keep track of this since we're doing the fun stuff here and not drafting anymore. Of course, being one of the F&M queue, it is fairly casual. Not playing ranked or anything like that, so expect to be able to win a little bit easier. Hello, opponent. Alright, so my opponent's going to be gaining some life here going forward. I think we're going to hold back, wait for him to attack, and block with Trickster. Even though actually Trickster will just kill the Daxos. It's going to blank all the abilities. Another creature? Yeah. Every point of damage is going to count in this one if he's gaining life. It's very unfortunate. Okay, that's fine. Could just Spell Pierce that, but I think it's fine. We don't mind taking a little damage. Okay, Witch's Oven. That seems like an actual problem. But it's a slow problem. So I'm gonna let that hit. I think it's gonna be too slow. We need to answer, like, Revitalizes, things like that. So if he follows up with a Revitalize, that gives him a 2-2, and that's a problem. So unfortunately, I do have to start holding up some mana here. You can cast the Sailor, but that's about it. Another Oven. Okay. Cutthroat, you're a little bit late. Late to the party. Sure. Those are doing nothing. Could care less about those. And our opponent is just dead here. The old GG. Man, we've gotten in like 5 games in the time that we'd gotten in like 1 from the other queue. It turns out when you're playing Historic Artisan, Mono Blue, still good. Then again, I haven't run into anything truly scary yet. I keep expecting Mono Red. Like, Mono Red makes a lot of sense for Artisan. And that's always been kind of a bad matchup for Mono Blue. Ooh, this hand is super slow. I'm gonna look for better. This hand is a little bit awkward. We have to keep the dive down and protect. We need the mana. Let's get rid of the opt. Let's see if there's counterspell here. Oh, no counterspell. Okay. It's a good sign. Yeah, I'm gonna say no to that. I like drawing cards too much. Oh, but we had the follow-up. Okay. It's cruel and unusual. Well, we have to wait a turn here, unfortunately. Need to find a creature pretty badly. Wasn't worth it trying to counterspell that, so we have to actually counter the threats. And Chart of Course, you were really awkward, but I think we're gonna have to cast you. It's really no good choice there. So if we took the land, we could leave up the Lofty, but I don't think that's actually going to get us anywhere. Okay. Opponent just didn't want to play that one out. I thought they were very far ahead, but, you know, is what it is. 'Tis what it is. Man, after playing Zombie Hunt, the first two, there's no more Zombie Hunt. It's kind of crazy how that happens, but you know, is what it is. As it's now nothing but Zombie Hunt. Argument for leaving up the essence capture, but so if he goes Grazer here, I'm kind of annoyed. Yep, okay. Should have left up the capture. That's fine. Do we go to beatdown plan? Yeah, sure. It's gonna be slow. We really badly need an obsession. We're really far behind the 8-ball, unfortunately. think the only creature he's going to end up playing is this Boreal Grazer in the deck. There might be like one or two others, but... Oh, Hondens. That's going to gum up the ground really well. Interesting. Using the beautiful APAC lands. Kind of sad they didn't release the Euro lands. And that is going to get out of control. Alright, Yeah, no, we're just going to say good game. He's going to get way too much card advantage way too fast. If we had held up for the Essence Scatter, that would have been different. Would have been more willing to try and race, but ground is already gummed up too much. And he's just going to get more and more 1/1s that I can't do anything about. Out-tempoed by the Hondens. Yeah, this hand is fine. We got a couple of counter spells. We're on the play. Got a Sailor into a Dispersal or a Lofty. Perfectly happy. Oh, lifelinking bird. Maybe we're not as good as I thought we were. Yeah, Daxos is fine. Trickster working is just a removal spell, works really nicely there. That is going to get hit with a Dispersal. That, on the other hand, is a big nope. And that was me getting punished for attacking with the other flyer. So, just gonna send them in. call it good time. We're unfortunately gonna have to double block this Hollow Priest, which really kind of sucks. Hopefully he just has a land in hand. Faith's Fetters. Well, we don't get to Brineborn, which is disappointing. So we'll double block there, block there. Oh, no, no. Oh, this is awkward, but we have to do it. Okay. Mistakes were made. Sadly, we're losing one of the Brineborns, but we're getting rid of this monstrosity. So that's totally worth it. Now, hopefully, we can start pulling ahead by drawing with the Spectral Sailor. Pridemate is a problem. That's a major problem. Oh, he's not playing scared. That's a problem also. Well, we have to do this and hope he doesn't have a trick. Opponent most likely has a land in hand, otherwise I don't see why they wouldn't have played it. Do we just block that? No, let's let that happen. Nope. There's the argument for not just letting that happen. He didn't play anything, cool. Alright, we're actually drawing some stuff, so this feeling pretty good now. It's a slow beat down, but it works. Little by little. Death by 1,000 cuts. Ooh, the Alseid. Okay. Surprised he didn't sack that to save that, but he's probably going to try and keep this Hollow Priest alive. Nope, we got there. Legion Angel, a card I've never once seen played. Good times. Go ahead and throw this back for 2 more games. See 10 total, and then maybe move over on and play an actual game of Historic. I have not played in Historic for like 2 months, so we'll see how that meta looks. See how terrifying it is. And just get myself demolished badly. Okay, on the play. So if he leads off on tap land this game, okay. But it's not green land. Oh. Man, that's tempting. Resist temptation. Curious Obsession is all about knowing when not to slam the Obsession. Yeah, favorable wins is fine. Okay, so he's playing Flyers. That is good to know. That means I'm fairly safe to do this. So he's probably playing like Lofty Denial or something like that, but we can counter the next creature he plays and the exclusion of creature after that and just tempo him out. Unless it's Fairy Miscreant, so that is 2-2. We might as well counter it. Put you on there. Make this Brianborn real big and hard to deal with. I mean, I guess I could play favorable wins in this deck. That wouldn't be terrible. Oh, and it looks like my opponent is stalling on mana. Cool. Perfectly happy with that. That is pretty darn good. Yeah, he couldn't afford to miss that land drop. I had too fast of a start. Even so, taking a turn off to play favorable wins also is too. Just doesn't do it. Not against tempo. Alright, I'm gonna run it back for one more year. Floabun. Yeah, this hand is kind of meh, but we'll keep it. Opponent is going first, so that kind of hurts, but... see if there's more life gain to fight through. Yes, yes it is. Okay, since that is the case, we are going to go with the old double Curious Obsession. I'm just trying to get there. Basically, he has a turn to answer this. Oh, vampires. Okay. Just straight up vampires. Do you have an answer? Answer. And that is not the answer you're looking for. And now we are in a very good position. He's going to have to block with that. Another counterspell, even better. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm not gonna block. Sure. Even better for us. What do we want to discard? I guess let's terrify our opponent by discarding counterspell. Cruel Celebrant, I'm probably gonna say nope to that. Do I even really care? No, that's life gain. It's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. We're just on the bury our opponent in card advantage plan here. Do I even care if the other thing gets countered? Not really. Oh, okay. Yeah, my opponent hasn't shown a willingness to actually kill this Storm Tamer, so we're pretty free. Both very good draws. These cutthroats are going to get huge. There's nothing he can deal with or do to deal with them. Alright, GG opponent. Just nice casual little 8 and 2. It's not terrible. Could be better, could be worse. Go ahead and hit the old reset on this. Oh no, my counter. It's lagging. Alright, let's get out of here really quick. And jump over... Standard? Try Standard. I haven't even looked at my decks for a while. You know, screw it. We're going Standard. I haven't played Abzan in a long time. Probably only get one game with this deck because it's so slow. We're going to be ending about 4 o'clock. Oh, this hand is garbage. That hand is better. Two more weeks, indeed. I can't wait. I love Kotaku did an article basically saying CD Projekt Red was like, we're definitely maybe going to release the game. Didn't mean to say a year ago. You accidentally just quickly threw that way too quickly. Okay, choices. Do we establish the blessing, or do we establish the visionary? Let's go visionary. Blessing will deal us more damage over time. Which I don't know. I doubt this deck is playing much in the way of counterspells, but you never know. See if he goes for the kill here. Yep. Whoa. Little bit of lag. That's decent draw. More card draw, life gain to deal with that. I mean, we'll take that every time. We're going to need black mana. And it is amazing how much less scary Sultai is without having Uro around. Uro was just like actually the worst. And that's why you don't scry. Yeah, landing the Treacherous Blessing was really good against this deck. So we're just going to outcard advantage them. If it's pretty similar to the one that used to be around, it is... Oh, they shouldn't have clinged and dusted that. They should have clinged one of my things. Whatevs. We're definitely going to Elspeth's Nightmare here. I think we just Treacherous Blessing. Draw all the cards. End of the story is just fine right here. Oh man, that Garrick hits kind of hard. Okay, so multiple Mysticals. That's vaguely annoying, but we are going to take the negate. Thankfully, this Elspeth's Nightmare is going to get rid of this Cling to Dust. Cling to Dust really hurts in this matchup. It really hurts in a lot of matchups, honestly. Interesting choice. Didn't say please. Okay. Well, Wasn't expecting that in the main deck, but is what it is. Got the follow-up, so it doesn't really matter. Fortunately, this Yorion gets countered pretty hard. And this Elspeth is not great right now, so we're just gonna hold on to that. Our opponent's not really doing much. We're not doing a whole lot either. But is what it is. Blood Chiefs will definitely stay in. Extinction events will pretty much come out. Massacre Worm can be very good against them, depending. It's kind of the fun of in the deck anyway. So I think I'm going to jam this Yorion into a counterspell. Just so he doesn't have double counterspell up for if I need to Elspeth something, even though I don't think I'm going to Elspeth anything with the exception of maybe a Sharknado. Unlike the version of this deck that plays Lurrus, Elspeth actually is not completely dead. So, that's the plus. Black mana, woo! Then we might just jam Elspeth into this counterspell too. Yeah, because if he Mysticals, I mean, we can pay for it, that's fine. Or he didn't say please, and that's even better for us. Do have to worry a little bit about life. Because this double Treacherous Blessing can and will kill us. This might be one of those games where we're just taking too much off of having 2 Treacherous Blessings. So as much as I want to keep this worm around, I think I need to... Can I afford 1 turn? No, I have to block here. It's an unfortunate trade, but we gotta do it. So gonna play Sharknado. Ooh, Agadeems. On the plus side, we're not too worried about being milled out, at least. Okay, recovery is really good. So we're taking damage. This hurts. Another Thieves Guild. Okay. Well, it's actually fine. This is awkward because it's coming down to basically we're going to have like 2 spells to try and win the game. And we have to really decide what we're going to get. I need 1 more mana to be able to get that going well. The Nissa might not be terrible. In fact, the Nissa... Nissa might be what we need to do, and we need to hope he doesn't have a flash creature. Unfortunately, we don't get to play the Nissa this turn. Or the Agademes. That actually gains us life. Doesn't gain us enough life, though. Yeah, basically any creature here and we're dead. Yep, that is a good creature. Going out the fun way then. Okay, so the Xerath is a little bit scary because he can steal my Ugins. So in this case, we take out some of the big stuff that we really don't want my opponent having. Kenrith is not great here. Bring in Baneslayers, Clings, Remorses, Chainwebs, and a Scoos. Don't really need the Mire Tritons because they're going to mill us enough as is. Extinction events can definitely come out. Elspeths are not great, and for the last piece, take out the Omen. Our music went away. Womp, womp, womp. There we go. Music is back. Man, I'm getting so hype. 4:30, Ducks and Beavers. Heck yeah. I am ready for some football. I'm feeling this game's gonna be closer than I'm gonna want it to be, but you know, that's the way of it sometimes. Okay, so he is playing that guy right away. I think we'll Scoos. Heartless Act. Aw. So my opponent is most likely going to have counter spells for days now. That is one downside going on right here. So we need to decide how we want to lead off. We want to go for the card draw or for the creature kill? I think this is less of a threat, but he'll still probably try and counter it. Or not, okay. If we draw a card and we get a land, that's all good. Or we don't even need a land, okay. That works too. Blocks Thieves Guild nicely. Chainweb is very important in this matchup for its escape. So with how much they mill you, it pretty much guarantees to be able to escape. This double area ultimatum is super awkward. Definitely an argument to take him out. I think we're going to be patient and be reactive. This Fun as it would be to try and slam the Garter up there, that's going to end badly. Oh no. The yawns have kicked in. Interesting, interesting. So do I attempt to go for the Nightmare then? Nah. Patience. Patience is key. My opponent is most likely holding up just a whole handful of interaction right now. So they're definitely not on the proactive plan. Shade's not bad. Pardon my yawning. Definitely holding up Counterspell. But do I mind this being in my yard? Nope, nope I don't. He has to counter this. There's no two ways about it. Yep, there we go. Awkward because I could have used some of that mana. Basically, I'm going to be playing one of these Eerie Ultimatums into a Counterspell and hopefully the other one not into a Counterspell. Or possibly this Yorion into it beforehand. Okay. This is going to pull a Counterspell basically either way. Thieves Guild is fine. Okay. So I feel pretty good. Oh yeah, I especially feel good now. I feel pretty darn good about landing one of these Eerie Ultimatums. Assuming he doesn't kill my dork. Gonna get back some decent things. Oh yeah. We are guaranteed to land it now. This always feels the best. And a Baneslayer. Ooh, yeah. Good luck, opponent. Sure. Seems like an okay follow-up. Yeah, he can't win at this point. Pretty much a zero that he can do. Interesting, he's not blocking with the Seraph. Ironically, we're going to be able to kill that shark token this turn. So we get to Planet Arachner and Lincoln Arachner. Yep. Maybe I should just play the Mire Tritons. Stay low, get rid of the ultimatums. Especially now. We're just going to try and win the game with the Arachners. Which those don't really play into the ultimatum plan. He's probably going to bring in more counterspells again. Because he doesn't want that to repeat. Yeah, I guess we'll keep this. It's not great. We got 3 mana though, so we can get to both Treacherous and the Lawnmower. Oh, and it just got better. Gain control of target creature. Well, it's annoying, but I know it's coming, so could be worse. We have plenty of ways to get rid of anything that does that effect. We're looking to draw a land. White mana or green mana. White mana or green mana. Definitely white mana. Nissa could be very good for next turn. Will depend on what I draw, of course. Is he gonna Zereth me? That'd be really unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, show me what you're working with. True. That's harsh. That's real harsh. Okay. And us not having the right mana right now really hurts. I'm gonna have to block the Thieves Guild. Unless he decides to steal my Visionary. Stop hitting my land. Please and thank you. Pretty good draw. Not as good as a land, but still pretty good. go. Alright, opponent, please don't have a counterspell. Gonna do this pre. We're missing 2 damage, but either he has or he doesn't. Okay. Now I need to decide. We have to gain the life. We can't afford to scry because they play anything, they just get rid of it. I would like to scry into a land because I really want this Nissa to do its thing, but... Ouch. That's a big old shark. Gonna have to kill that hard. Or not. Yeah, good game, opponent. Well, the potential was there. We just got a little bit outplayed toward the end there. It happens. It happens. Well, I think that is going to do it for the day. Need to get ready for the big old football game. As per the usual, if you like what you saw, feel free to hit that follow, hit that like, subscribe. You can find me live on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over at MTG 2020. And of course, I will post the VODs usually the next day over on YouTube at MTG 2020. Follow me on Twitter to find out when I'm going live, what I'm going live with. Back next Monday at 2 o'clock, we are going to be back to Last of Us Part 2. We left on a great cliffhanger where Ellie had a gun pointed at her head. Jesse might have just gotten shot in the face. And things were going real bad. So, don't want to miss out on what's going on there. And as per usual, if you want to find some great singles for Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Final Fantasy TCG, you can head on over to epicgamingpdx.com. Great little card shop located in Portland, Oregon, just south of the main city. Find everything from singles to sealed products. Got a whole bunch of new board games in that should be on the website too. And of course, sleeves, deck boxes, and the like. Otherwise, that is going to do it. Everyone have a great weekend, and I will see you again on Monday.